Hello out there, you're welcome to the newspaper review here on TAF TV, where we give Nigerians the opportunity to air out their views in regards to the headlines that are making rounds on our newspaper. Like you know, my name is Eya Okeme and I'm your host for today. Alright, now let's first look into the headline this morning and see what the headline has for us today. First on our headline this morning, we're considering the Daily Sun. And on the front page of the Daily Sun, we're seeing Tinubu admits inheriting security compromise, historical injustice. Details of that is found on page 6. And on page 21 to page 20, and on page 20 to page 21 of the Daily Sun, we're seeing food crisis worsen, how Naira crashes, insecurities, smuggling, and others crippled. Details of that, like I said, is found on page 20 and to page 21 of the Daily Sun. Moving on, we're seeing Buhari's 30 trillion CBN loan probes ongoing Senate. You can read that up on page 29 of the Daily Sun. Kano government versus Bayoru, court fixes July 2nd to hear pending application. Details of that is found on page 4. Moving on, we are seeing federal government declares cholera public health emergency as death trails hit 53. Details of that is found on page 28. Obi suggests ways to tackle exodus of multinationals. Details of that is found on page 29. Anxiety mounts in Sokoto over monarch alarm on alleged plot against Sourthen. Details of that is found on page 6. Labour, Abo has been paying 30,000 minimum wage awards. Details of that is found on page 29. And lastly, on the Daily Sun, we're seeing Plateau Special Force arrest Gunners bandits. Details of that is found on page 5. Alright, lastly for today, we're considering the nations. And on the front page of the nations, we're seeing why we insist on state police by Sourthen governors. Details of that is found on page 4 of the nations. Sub-story under here reads on page 53, it says Rivers crisis, pro-police protest rock 21 council secretariat. This is still in regards to the Rivers crisis and our police barricades. You can read that up on page 53 of the Nation newspaper. Cholera death trails rises to 53 in 107 councils. Details of that is found on page 6 of the Nations. Tunje Bello is Consumer Protection Commission CEO. Congratulations to Mr. Bello. Details of that is found on page 2 of the Nations. Moving on page 5, we're seeing Akwa Ibom's 1.4 billion bonus for civil servants. Details of that is found on page 5. Moving on, we're seeing Enugu others battle NLC over 30,000 minimum wage payment default claim. Details of that is found on page 4. Tinubu urges not to fight insecurity in unison. Details of that is found on page 2 of the Nation newspaper. Why we are meeting ex-agitators. You can read that up on page 5 of the Nation's newspaper. Alright, that's all we have for you in regards to the headlines that are making rounds on our newspaper. Like we do, let's hit to the street and hear the reactions of Nigerians in regards to these headlines. Do well to stay tuned. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Quickly, I would like your thoughts on the Nation that says why we insist on state police by Sourthen governors. What's your take?
Although it is a good idea. It's a good idea because, you know, when the security is not much adequate, there will be a loss of life.
Obviously.
Especially if the state government can have their own police where they can be able to control and they can be able to reach others to post in different locations. And before the federal will come, federal will only come to support them. You know, in terms of a secure political errand, somebody that have a connection to the IG of police can buy them over to intimidate others. No, it is not supposed to be like that. But if the state governor have the power to control his own police and they get them, and the government is paying them.
Obviously.
The state government is paying them.
And they will be able to pay them well.
Pay them well. It is obvious. It is good. That is a good idea. I suggest for nation to buy the idea of governors, state police, to come to reality on earth. Okay. It will be able to even contribute to the national body. Okay. It's very, very important.
It will help check insecurity.
Just like what is happening in River State today. Obviously. What happened in River State today? You know, Governor Fubara, Fubara has every power as an elected governor to swear in after the loss of the IGA local government in different areas. You have the power to say, let me put an interim government or interim administrator or put in a caretaker committee to take over before the election will commence. You have the power. But when looking at what is going on in Rivers State today, you can see that there is a politics, political gain is having the interest to intimidate the governor. No, it is taboo. It is taboo. Let us learn from colonial country how they live their life, and I believe that they have a control police in their various states in regions. You understand me? So my own contribution to Nigeria is they should buy the idea. They should buy the idea. It's a good. And again, in addition to what is happening to our various society, in terms of food, you know, that which a common man can be able to afford for himself, they cannot be able to afford it anymore. Life is very difficult for people to survive. I am advising our federal government to wake up from sleep, because they are still sleeping. Obviously. They are still sleeping. Let them wake up from sleep, because we need agriculture factor owned by government or state government, where they can put every support that people can be able to achieve from there. They have a government, Nigerian government have not priced in anything buyable in Nigeria. No price. But go to colonial country and developed country, they have a price of everything. Nobody cheats anybody. Nobody changes it. It's a government price. If anyhow I want to say, you cannot sell like that. You must sell government price. But look at today, a cup of gare, 400 naira. Base 400 naira. If you as a rich man can afford it, how much more the poor can afford it? Poor can never afford it. Please, I advise our nation Nigeria to wake up from sleep, because they are still sleeping. Either they should bring them international body to come and help them in agric factor, or they can give them a specialist where they can be able to build in different locations. You understand me? For a better economy to rise. You understand me? Now look at, do you know number of people that die in poverty, in the hungry? Every month people die. In every day people die because of what? Inability to provide for them. Many are handicapped. Obviously. Nobody help them. They can know the past government, they bring a slug that say it didn't. Even if they have it a must, they will not give you. That means you should die with your poor. My dear, let us try and build up our support to make sure that all these things go accordingly. Especially more again, to me, because of our politicians have disappointed us a lot. Me, I will say, let the army take over the nation. If our politicians cannot be able to wake up from sleep, let army take over. Because everything that today Nigeria is enjoying is what provided by military people. Everything we enjoy today were provided by military people. So I want to say, if they cannot meet up to the demands, military is hand over. Other countries that military have taken over, they are enjoying it today. Please, let us help ourselves. For the poor, not to lose anybody. God bless all the whole people that hear my voice this morning. May God take control also. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. I'm grateful. Good morning, man.
Good morning.
It's good to have you. I would like your thoughts on the Daily Sun that says food crisis wasn't. Now, the price of things don't increase so far. As you where they sell markets, how far markets they currently?
Market's no good, though. Market's no good. This one now, as I do this market itself, groundnut oil they cost, flour they cost, egg they cost, sugar they cost, pepper self they cost, everything don't cost. Now as I do this market itself, then they even they price me 15 naira. I say no, 100 naira. I don't know where we are getting to this Nigeria.
As we don't they go now. What if it's a government fit do first?
May government bring all this food stuff, rice, beans, make them bring am down for us. We not get money. We not get money. Rich people go fit afford am, but we will be poor people. We no go fit afford that 350 to 400 naira to buy 1 cup of beans, 1 cup of rice. As I normally, personally, I like to eat rice. I like to eat beans, but now beans cost, rice cost. We dey beg government to bring down the price of food down, so that e go reach everybody. All things are not equal.
Alright, ma. I beg, wetin be your prayer for Nigeria?
Make Nigeria better. Make Nigeria good for everybody. Make everybody dey enjoy as im bin dey enjoy before. The time of this man Buhari, we dey buy meat 300. But as Tinubu enter now, nobody go cut meat 300 naira. Even 500 naira meat sef, you no go see buy for market. 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Now everybody go fit afford that money. Not be everybody. So we dey beg government, make them bring price of things, make everything come down. They as been there before, so that we go fit to buy.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, we've come to the end of our newspaper review here on TAF TV. You have been opportune to hear what the Nigerians got to say in regards to these headlines. Now, just like every single Nigerian, we've been opportune to hear what they had to say. You also can be part of this show. You also can share your comments. Do what to follow us up on all our social media handles, so that each time we drop videos like this, you get notified. My name is Ayo Okeme, and this has been the newspaper review here on TAF TV. Do well to take care of yourself.